It is called the Best Little Sci-Fi Fantasy and Horror Convention in Arizona. We're talking about the 41st annual TusCon 41.
That's really unique.
Yes.
And it's got a cute title, too.
Yeah.
Fans get a unique opportunity to have up-close and personal discussions with amazing special guests, including TV host, author, and world-renowned meteorite hunter, Geoff Notkin. Welcome.
Look how up close and personal.
I know.
It's like you could touch him.
Oh
my goodness.
You have to touch his face so it's in the shot.
Yeah, there we go.
You did wash your hands after touching the dog, right?
I got a little hand sanitizer.
Spit on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
There
They
you go.
say it's a natural disinfectant.
That's where you go. Yeah. So okay, first off, let me say, before you came on, everyone was saying how much fun you were going to be as a guest. And
Really?
Yes. Everyone's like, when Geoff comes on, he's going to be so awesome. And then I see the spread that you've got going on here, and I believe
Listen
them
to
now.
this, team.
Thank you.
Great.
Well, I cannot come on Morning Blend without bringing toys.
Without
yes,
toys?
please do. Isn't he great? He was on X-Files. That's an actual screen use prop from X-Files, the TV show.
Really?
And this is one of my hobbies, and I know that TV viewers associate me with meteorites.
Yeah.
And I'm a meteorite professional. I've traveled all over the world searching for meteorites, which are real aliens, but that's not the only thing from space that I'm interested in. I'm a lifelong science fiction fan, hence some of
this.
these toys.
Is this some of your own?
They are.
Oh my goodness. Well, tell me what else is up here. So that was so cool. That was from X-Files.
Indeed. This is from one of my absolute favorites, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, I do love that movie.
Oh my gosh. I love the three
gods.
finger.
I know, isn't it great? It reminds me a bit of War of the Worlds, because the
It
aliens
is.
have
Yeah.
the three fingers as well. So this is from Galaxy Quest, which is a science fiction parody with Sigourney Weaver and Alan Rickman from Dune, the science fiction classic. And doesn't that look real?
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like a real knife?
Oh, it's...
Just rubber.
But you said the gun is super heavy, because that's actually metal.
This is a very high quality functioning prop. It's called a hero prop. So this is something that was used for close-ups in the film.
By
And
Garthor's hammer, you will be avenged, or isn't it something like that?
Exactly. I am so impressed.
Thank you. It took me that long to remember.
And, you know, Alan Rickman's going, I'm not going to say that line again. And who doesn't love Star Trek? My favorite aliens are the Romulans, of course. This is a Romulan phased rifle. That's from Deep Space Nine.
Wow, look at it. With the little... That's so cool.
So the reason I brought these is we'll be exhibiting some props at the Sci-Fi Convention, and also, excuse me, at the Arizona Science and Astronomy Expo, both events happening the same weekend here in Tucson. So if you're a science or a science fiction fan, it's really heaven this weekend. These are two of our biggest genre events, and I accidentally agreed to be a guest at both of them. I'm not quite sure how that happened.
Oh, you double booked yourself.
Yeah. Well, actually, one of the events changed the date without mentioning it to me, but that's okay. It'll keep
can
it
do it.
exciting.
Yeah.
I'll be bouncing back and forth. So at ASAE, the Science and Astronomy Expo, which is at the Tucson Convention Center, we're going to be doing a science fiction panel. It's actually called The Science in Science Fiction. And I've got some world-famous participants, including Kim Stanley Robinson, one of the world's most famous science fiction writers. And we're going to talk about science fiction and how it's influenced the real world. Part of that is using props. Actually, on stage, we're going to talk about these things. Okay, here is a phase rifle from Star Trek. Do we think that's a real possibility in the future? Could this kind of science evolve? And I promise you, I've collected some very kooky and brilliantly eccentric people for this. And both events are very kid-friendly.
Okay.
The Sci-Fi Con, 41 years. Can you imagine? It's even older than I am, approximately. So very kid-friendly. That's at the Hotel Tucson City Center. And the Science Expo is at the TCC. Kids get in free to the Science Expo. Fantastic display of telescopes, astronomy equipment, astro imaging, meteorites, of course.
Oh, yeah. So if you have a kid that's into this stuff, they would just mind blown when they come to these two events.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
I hope so. And I got to mention this to make things a little bit more exciting this year, because I've guested at both events before. At the Tucson Convention Center for the Science Expo, I'm hiding meteorites in the expo.
Do they look like this?
Not quite that nice.
Okay.
This one's from my personal collection. I'm not going to hide that one.
That one has to go home.
There will be real meteorites hidden in the TCC, and I challenge kids to find them, and if they find them, they get to keep them. and you can bring them to our booth, Aerolite Meteorites, and we will ID them for you. So if you can think of any other event where you can go and search for meteorites indoors, let me know.
let him know. It's like a scavenger hunt. Well, TusCon 41, along with the Arizona Science and Astronomy Expo, are being held at the Hotel Tucson City Center this Saturday and Sunday. For more information, you can log on to TusConsciFiCon.com.